You know what else looking pretty sick, Mike?
Yeah, something not by PlayStation, but by Sony more so.
Yeah.
And this is pretty interesting. Yeah, let's just get into it. So it's another article from The Verge. The first three articles are from The Verge, and they're all involving Sony, which is pretty cool. Is it by the same? No, this one's by Chris Welch. And the title of the article is Sony announces new gaming earbuds, not to be confused with the PlayStation earbuds. The $200 InZone Buds offer low latency and very lengthy battery life at up to 12 hours of continuous listening. Every time I see that now, 12 hours continuous listening, you sent me how many emojis of the eyebrows just
Yeah, just up and down. It's like, yeah.
up and down. Yeah, buddy, let's go. So let's just go ahead and get into it. So Sony Electronics has just announced the $200, $199.99, so $200 InZone Buds, its first gaming-focused pair of wireless earbuds. The company says the earbuds are designed to optimize battery life with up to 12 hours of continuous use and deliver audio at the lowest latency possible. Pre-orders begin today. At the publishing of this article was October 10th, so go check it out. And the new earbuds will ship this month. The InZone Buds support a variety of devices, including the PS5, PCs, and mobile gadgets. In most of those cases, you'll connect using the included USB-C dongle, which cuts latency to below 30 milliseconds. But the InZone Buds also support Bluetooth LE audio. Is that low? What's that? I don't even know what LE
Yeah, I don't.
stands
Yeah,
for
I have no
anymore.
idea.
Hmm. We'll figure that out. So it supports Bluetooth LE audio, which could be a meaningful inclusion if you've got a recent high-end Android phone. Sony is very much touting the 360 spatial audio capabilities of these new earbuds, but getting the most immersive experience out of them will require a few steps and software. So I believe this next segment is from Sony themselves. So sound field optimization creates a personalized hearing profile by taking photos of the user's ears using the 360 spatial sound personalizer smartphone app. What?
Whoa.
Are they using like bats sonar, like setting an echo in your ear to do a 3D rendering so they get
Yeah,
perfect
it is.
360
It's
spatial audio.
what it sounds like.
That's wild. All right, so the InZone Buds go one step further through the sound tone personalization feature, individualized to the ear canal by playing test sounds from the driver units and using feedback microphones to measure how the sound fills the ear canal. There's no way I just said that. And that's basically what they're saying. Yeah, we actually do. We send signals into your eardrum, and then we see how it bounces back and do a 3D analysis. That's crazy.
That is insane.
All right, so based on the acoustic analysis, the sound is then uploaded onto the InZone Hub PC software, where further personalization can be done to curate a truly personalized spatial listening experience with unparalleled spatial sound precision. That's wild, dude.
Dang.
Only for $200 too. That's kind of nuts,
I
to be
mean,
honest.
yeah.
So the InZone buds are designed to remain comfortable over lengthy gaming sessions, so Sony shaped them in a way that produces minimal pressure on your ears when they're in. They come with four sets of silicone ear tips, including an extra small size, and Sony says they use Dynamic Driver X audio architecture as its WF1000X earbuds. But from what the company told Chris over here in the article, is that while you certainly can use the InZone buds for music and other non-gaming entertainment, they aren't tuned for that. Either way, you're still getting active noise cancellation and ambient sound modes for situations where you might want to use either of those. Sony PlayStation division is nearing the launch of the Pulse Explorer earbuds, uh, which promises lossless audio and the new PlayStation Link protocol that lets them pair with the PS5 and PlayStation Portal with ultra low latency. And wouldn't you know it, they cost the same, $200. But the InZone Buds will have some native integration with the PS5 UX. You'll see their connection status, volume, battery level, and whether the microphone is muted. And Chris goes on to say that he wishes that Sony would plan things out to be better leveraged in its ecosystem and bring more cohesion to all of it. Why not make the products like the WF-1000X M5 and PS5 work together instead of churning out so many different earbuds? That's a fair thing to
It's a fair
say.
point. I think it's a fair point.
Yeah, I will raise that only because I deal with like the IEMs that are recommended that you use, and each one of those IEMs is like tuned for in-ear monitors for people that don't know are tuned for a specific type of instrument or a specific type of range of frequencies. So maybe Sony can't have everything all in once just yet because the technology isn't there.
Okay. Okay. Yeah,
That's a thought.
that's fair. Yeah, I think that
Just a
could be fair.
thought. Yeah, it seems to me that the InZone Buds would be the best option for people of everyday use that aren't. Well, first of all, if you're a competitive gamer, you shouldn't use wireless earbuds. That's just my opinion. You should always use wired. But if you're like a casual gamer and you just want to have an everyday driver, kind of that will get you from like point A to point B in a comparison level to sound and what you would like to use, maybe going to the gym, you just want to have something to listen to, or you like listening to podcasts. Shout out to us.
Shout out.
Um, just like that might be the earbuds to go with. But if you want something very specific to gaming, which matters, by the way, like gaming has a very unique thing. Like for certain games, like shooters, you want to have like good high pitches, then low um, grenade blast, like that kind of stuff. Like low levels for grenades and like understanding spatial awareness and stuff to really tune in. That might be more towards the Sony PlayStation's Pulse Explorer earbuds.
Um,
But
yeah, I think it's good evaluation, you know? I think I feel like if you want a good, nice noise canceling, spatial audio tuned piece of earbuds that is not, Apple AirPods, yeah, it's probably for you.
yeah,
you know?
true.
Yeah, but I think I think it's really cool they do the active noise cancellation. I think that's like I feel like especially for, earbuds and headphones nowadays, I feel like it's almost a must to have some form of noise cancellation, right?
Yes.
Like active noise cancellation that is. And I know like because even some gaming headsets do. I mean the new Steel Series headset though, right? Not probably not so new anymore, but like the Nova headsets, I mean those
Yeah.
have active noise cancellation. Which I think is pretty dope. So, especially in environments where, probably want to tune everything out.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if you're like in a city and something like that, you're walking, right? Like you just want to shut out the world or something, then yeah. I think
Yeah.
having some
Activate it.
have some active noise cancellation can really help. So, yeah, I don't know. I think for everyday use it could be really cool. I'd be interested. I'm really interested to try that like spatial audio kind of tuning, see how effective it actually is, or if there's actually a noticeable
Sure.
difference. Like I like the sound of it, but it's one of those things like unless I tried it, I'd be like feel like it wouldn't be that different from other earbuds with active noise cancellation. But I don't know. I could be wrong. What do I know? Like
No, I would like to check that out too. I think it'd be a good idea. $200, I feel like it's kind of pricey. How
yeah.
do you have Apple AirPods?
I have like the
Are those
Gen 1, but like
aren't
those
they
are
going for like now like $250 or something like
I
that?
think yeah like the pros and they're a
Yeah,
lot.
yeah. But I know those are fantastic. And the cool thing about those earbuds that I think you get your money out of is when people use them and they're talking to people, like using those earbuds, the mic is really good,
Oh yeah,
and they figured that out.
yeah,
And I can say that like I have some stuff like the IEMs that I got that my wireless ones, they have a mic for them too. And I try to communicate with people and it'll work when I'm indoors. But usually when I'm calling, I'm out and about and like I live in the city now.
yeah,
So if I'm out on the street and a fire truck goes by, you can't hear me at all. You can barely hear me when the wind blows. So
yeah.
it's like it completely defeats the purpose. So I'm curious if these Sony earbuds, both of them, will have good enough mics that if there's things in the background like wind or cars passing by or like whatever, if you're at a park, you can still be heard.
Right, yeah.
So
Yeah, I mean, and to that point too, I think Apple's always gotten audio like nailed pretty
they
firmly.
really do.
I mean, even
Yeah,
like even the older MacBooks and stuff, like that was one of the things about the MacBook is like the mic on it was insane. Like just out of the box, like you open it up,
it
go
was
on a
really
video
good.
call, it's like that's a really good quality. So I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, it's like something I feel like Apple's always like been really good about. That's something they've always prioritized. I feel like in their R&D, so doesn't surprise me. But yeah, dude. I mean, AirPods I think are yeah, I mean, I think they're great. It's one of those things I have like, I mean, I still use these. I mean, I've had these for like 4 or 5 years, and like I use them. I think at some point I probably will upgrade to like a pair of the Pros just so I can have the active like noise cancellation. Um, but yeah, I mean, I don't know. Outside of that, I think they're pretty sick. So yeah, I mean, I'm always a fan of that. But I mean, what Sony's doing here, I mean, these InZone Buds, who knows, dude? They could they could be they could be something that people check out, and they're certainly trying to have some way to personalize it and kind of make the experience a little better. So I give it to them for that. But yeah, it's interesting. I mean, I think the inclusion of like a USB-C dongle is pretty dope too, because like it'll make probably connecting to stuff easier. If it's not Bluetooth, if of course it's not Bluetooth, it'll make it easier. But yeah, it's interesting stuff. I'll say that. Definitely interesting.
I will say it looks very sleek, very clean, and I'm into it. Very much looking forward to people reviewing it.
Oh, show.